Alrighty then. Here we are, live. We crashed yesterday on stream. I just want to put that out there for everybody who was watching the stream yesterday. Uh, it was fucking fun. Cause then at certain points it just started lagging, and then I was like, okay, we just got to get through this, right? Man, sometimes the computer will just lag and lag and lag and lag and lag, and it's fine up until it's not, and it just wasn't fine at certain points. Yesterday, so that was something that I had to deal with. It was interesting. It was interesting, chat. Very interesting. Where have you been? Me and Daniel, we're gonna hop on stream in a little bit. Well, I'm already here, but Daniel's gonna be here in a little bit. Gonna get this ready for him. He watched Hamnet, so we're going to be discussing Hamnet today, which is good, which is all good and dandy, all good and fun. I think the capture should be good if I place it here. Ah! We're good. It fits perfectly into frame. Look at me with my fucking beautiful technical advancements with my computer in OBS. Look at how fucking beautiful it is.
Yo, you're so good at OBS, bro. You're so good at it.
I'm so good at it. I only know
You're
how
the
to
go,
fit my
bro.
picture into frame. I don't know how to do any of that cool shit that people do. I'm gonna keep it stacked. All that unnecessary crap. I don't know how to do it. But I do a decent job. I do okay. I do okay. What's up, Daniel? How we doing?
Good. Just got off of work. You know how it is. Working man.
There
Doing
once
double
was a
shift.
ship who crossed that sea. Sometimes that thing goes through my head when I'm also at work. I feel like I'm in like a mill or something. I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I'm carving out my time in the factory. I'm just
Going through the motions,
go through
you know.
motions. Yeah.
Listen, when you hit flow state, it just time does not fly. It's still pretty long.
Yo,
It's still a bitch.
you want to know
But
something that I was gonna bring up because I'm at the dentist, right? So they got the news on, and they're talking about daylight savings times or whatever day something saving time, where they push the clock forward. Is it forward or is it back? It's forward.
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 We're springing forward.
We're springing the clock forward, and then I realized. Well, I've been knew this, but then you always get that thought in your mind. You're like, damn, time really is a social construct. Like, why can't just like when the sun is at its apex, it's 12, and then anytime after that, it just get, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't it just be the time?
You know why we did? We know why we did daylight saving time, right?
Why did we do it?
We did it for the farmers. We did it for the farmers because in the winter, where they don't grow a lot of crops, they don't need to be out there working as longer. That's why the nights are longer, right? That's why the day's shorter. They don't need to be out there as long. Nothing for them to really work on. But when spring comes and summer comes, whether it's their peak season, they could be out there for longer, get more daytime, daylight. They could be out there in the fields working longer days. Because the assumption was that they had no lights, right? So their only source of being able to see anything was daylight. But now with modern advancements, they probably could be out there in the middle of the night if they wanted to. But this is for like the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have daylight saving times. It's for them, so they have more daylight to work with in the spring and summer during their peak seasons. They can recoup more money, and they can make more money for the United States.
My thing is, like,
agriculture.
Couldn't they just keep the time the same all the time, and then the sun goes down when it goes down?
But they could have. But in the winter, they're not out there as often. They're not working as longer because nothing's in season. The dirt's cold. There's probably snow on the ground sometimes. The soil was not rich. So they figure that because of that, they could kind of have shorter days. They could kind of just chill out and have longer nights. But during peak season, they need longer days. So they have more crops to maintain, more, food to harvest, so they could sell it and they were able to make more money that way.
Yo, shit's really man-made, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is crazy. Because, like, you would just think, like, back in the day before, like, time, they were just like, oh, the sun, when the sun is at its highest peak, that is when it's midday. Like, they didn't fucking care about a number. They weren't like, oh yeah, it's 12. Like they didn't even fucking think about that. They had the stone hedges, and then when the sun hits that, and then boom, that's midday, and then when it hits this, that's when it's time to go to bed. Like they didn't think about like, well it's 6:30 p.m. and I gotta start getting ready to head out and.
It's funny because the sundial is the most accurate clock right now. If you have a sundial, you have the most accurate time anywhere. Just saying.
All this modern tech don't know shit. All these fucking nerds in government. These nerds in government have to fucking have debates about whether to keep this shit or not. Why don't we just go back to when shit was simpler? You know what I'm saying? But then it was like, oh, but what about the businesses? What about the stock market? We're all on time now. Because you made it that way. You fucking idiots. You made it that way, and now you're complaining about it. Shut up. Don't complain about it, then. If you made it that way. That's like me building a house, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like my roof. Well, nah. You built the house. I built the house. Like, what do you... like, why am I complaining about it? I don't get it. Anyway,
listen.
Oh my gosh, yo!
Not everybody can be train dreams, all right? Not everybody can live in train dreams.
Computer work. Stop dropping frames. What's up with Wi-Fi? Yo, what's up with this, bro? I'm about to crash out live on.
Your Wi-Fi fucked you on Thursday.
Yo, fucked me hard. There was times where it was going in and out, and I'm like, all right, it's come back. All right, we're fine. And then at the end, it just stopped. just stopped working. I mean, it's tough, dude. It's so tough when your Wi-Fi just doesn't want to work anymore. Oh, what happened to the Discord audio? Am I bugging?
Are you bugging? Am I bugging?
Okay, you're good now.
Okay.
You're good. When you
don't do it again.
When you did something with when you plug something in, it worked again. I was like, okay, thank God. Whew.
Okay.
Now, speaking of train dream.
Okay, wait, you want to know what it was? You want to know what it was? You want to real quick? You want to know what it was? You want to know why you dropped? They were listening. I'm just saying. Maybe we got a little bit too crazy. Maybe just maybe we should spark something.
They're out to get us.
They're censoring you guys now. This is the problem. They're censoring the casual streams.
Yo, they don't fucking like that shit, bro. They don't like us anymore, yo. This fucking Wi-Fi, bro. They don't like that. They don't like us, bro. It's all right.
Anyway,
it's all right, man. Yo, you know what I'm
train dreams
thinking about doing is for the Oscars next week. We each pick one movie that we really love, and then we make a video or like a 5-minute thing about why we believe this should win Movie of the Year.
Okay.
I like that. I'm going with Train Dreams, respectfully.
You know what's funny? We're all gonna have a different movie.
Yo, ain't that crazy? That's crazy, bro. I'm going with Train Dreams, respectfully. I think that shit's fantastic. That shit is the greatest movie in history of life. The way you feel about Hamlet's the way I feel about Train Dreams. Now you know what I'm feeling.
You know what's funny? I was with you. I was there. We were there. That was the movie. And then I saw Hamlet. And I'm like, no, this is the greatest movie of all time. This shit's gas. I'll say this, right? like Jess likes Sinners, loves Sinners because it's great. I think Sinners is a great movie. I do, right? I think Train Dreams, you love it for a lot of reasons. I think it's a great movie. I loved it for a lot. I love the story. I loved everything about it. Sinners was a great movie and it was fun to watch. Train Dreams did something to me that I rarely do when watching, TV shows or movies. That's like tear up.
Mhm.
I rarely do that. It's even rarer for me when I start sobbing uncontrollably when watching a movie or TV show. Hamnet had me sobbing by the end of it, like uncontrollably. It was just such a beautiful film. The story was well paced. Like going spoiler free because like you didn't watch it yet, Lewis. When Jess joins in, maybe on Sunday, whenever. I think she'll agree with me. Like the setups that they had in the beginning of the movie and how they pay off at the end. And like I'm a book reader. I'm a big I was a big English guy in school. I was well in English. I liked reading. I liked writing. And I studied Shakespeare for a little bit. I did a report on Shakespeare, and I read some of his plays. I read Hamnet, or Hamlet. I dissected it. I learned about it, and I've seen depictions of Hamlet. Right. I've seen directors and actors depict the movie in their sort of view. Some people do it as a one for one. Some people tell it with their own style. What Chloe Zhao did, she was a director and she was the screenplay writer, part of the screenplay writer as well. How she took this depiction of this play and the history behind it, and how she told this story and how it made sense from beginning, middle, and end was just perfectly done. How she is able to kind of showcase not only like this isn't a biography on Shakespeare. This isn't like a moment of you're trying to understand what he's about, what his thought process behind the play. It's very much about what is untalked about. It's his family life. It's talked about, understanding what he went through, you know, growing up where he grew up when, and it's mainly a story too about his wife and what she went through, and his family, his children, what they were going through, and his extended family, his mother, and how she, had to go through this many times. It's a great story of highlighting one of the most tragic things that can happen to a parent, right? I'll let that depict how we want to depict it, right? And having to not only go through those motions, but how you choose to heal about it. And I wish Jess was here because we could talk about it a little bit more specifically and how we could just kind of get spoiler free with it. But I think to remain spoiler free, how Shakespeare and his wife Agnes interact with each other after their tragic event is so like beautifully depicted because they both are don't understand what they're going through, but they also place the blame on each other and choose not to try to blame themselves. It's very unique into how it's done and how they choose to go about it. Like it's a very like he's trying to do one thing, she's thinking of something else. She's thinking something else. She's doing another thing. Like it's just perfectly made up for conflict, but then it's resolved at the end so beautifully. And how they were able to depict that so beautifully made perfect sense. You felt like you could breathe, like you could breathe with them finally. It did just this beautiful acting throughout it. I mean, the way that Agnes is depicted, who was Shakespeare's wife, and I'm blanking on the actor's name right now. I'm gonna look her up right now because I looked it up and I just never retained that information. Jessie Buckley, give her the damn Oscar for Best Actress because God damn it, I've seen. Look, Emma Stone was great in Begonia. She was great. I thought she played her part perfectly. Jessie blows her out the water. Blows her out the fucking water. Just absolutely annihilates her. Like she was so powerful in this movie. Paul Mescal played a great William Shakespeare. He's kind of going underrated as a great actor. He was very good in this. Noah, the young Hamlet, he did a really good job. The child actors were perfect. They did their jobs perfectly. They even at times had great moments themselves. Um,
Jess
yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
in the chat says best actress hands down. Jessie was chef's kiss. Mwah. Mwah.
yeah.
Fucking lovely.
There's a moment,
I gotta
and
watch
I took
Hamnet
a
now.
picture of it.
I'm watching it tomorrow.
Look, listen, at 113, there's that picture that I took where I was like, this movie deserves everything. That moment and how they depicted it, how they went about it, her reaction, how she acted that she screams in that scene. When she screams, it's like an SS tier plus scream. It's a perfect scream for that moment. Like every nuance of her performance was beautiful. Everything. Paul Mescal was great as Shakespeare. The way he depicted it was beautiful. It's such a great film. It's such a movie. You know what I mean? Like it's such a movie. Like F1, one battle after another. Those two are really good action movies. I feel like they also with a really good story and good nuance behind it. It's not just an action movie for an action movie. It's a really like nuanced film. Train Dreams and Sinners tell a really unique tale and a really fun tale. Um, I just feel, and Begonia has a very unique and cool story. Like Begonia's story makes you think, even after you finish it.
Mm-hmm.
This does all of that. It's all of that. It's everything you want in a film, in my opinion. And Chloe Zhao, give her Best Director. What made this movie really good, and what I like about movies, especially like Train Dreams, I like when movies are like very very minimal. I don't want 50 million cuts. I'm not a big fan of like crazy, unique angles. Like I get it, they're cool, right? And like they define the genre when it comes to like, up and down, left, right, tilts, pans, in and out, zoom in. It's like I get that. That's cool. That's fun. I like when you're able to tell a story by doing not even the bare minimum, but like you're able to let a scene breathe. There's not 50 million cuts. There's not 50 million, different camera angles. There's not, one drawn out scene. It feels natural. Like you're just a bird just watching these two interact with each other. There's so many scenes in this film where like you're just looking and it's a very simple angle, but it tells so much of the story. Like there's a part where like it's a corner of a house and Shakespeare's going one way and just what I'm talking about, and his son's going another way. And then you just tell that's the whole movie right there. And it's not a crazy camera angle. It's not something that hasn't been done before, but it tells so much. The way she slightly moves the camera a little bit to let it flow with the scene is so well done. And I feel like in one battle after another in F1, like they have cool shots, they have good POV shots, but I feel like it takes away from kind of that natural feel and that kind of understand. Like it's not F1 and one battle are not those type of movies. They're not. This just feels so natural. Like you're just peeking into their lives and it allows you to kind of connect with the movie. Like I think this is a story that everyone can kind of connect with to some degree. And especially to people who have like had this tragedy happen to them before. Right? Like it's the way they tell it is so natural and beautiful and powerful. It's a very powerful movie. It's a very emotional movie. And it's a great, and like even like if you haven't experienced like that kind of tragedy, the story of death and going through it, having to overcome it, everyone can relate to that. And you feel that in this movie, and how we choose to relate to it is what makes it beautiful, right? How we try to, come to accept the terms of what has happened, and how Shakespeare goes about accepting that is completely different from how maybe you and me would do it, but it's how we all want our loved ones to be remembered. That's the main thing. That's the big fear, is that we will be forgotten one day. It's a stark reality of what is natural, and especially in those days where they didn't have photos and you know social media or DNA tests or whatever. A lot of people got lost to history, and there wasn't a lot of ways that people were remembered. And I feel like Hamnet and the story that it tells, it shows why Shakespeare did what he did, and the path that he went down, the path that he went down. It's a beautiful movie. It does so many great things. It tells a very beautiful story. And Train Dreams was good. It was really good. Sinners was great. I just feel like what Hamnet does is it's better, it's simpler, and it's more well paced than those movies. Like I Strange times will drag. I feel like Sinners at times just kind of doesn't move at a unique pace. It just kind of flows. Hamnet just like I was an hour and a half in. I'm like, I went into this movie being like, I'll watch the first hour, get ready for work, come back, watch the second hour, and we'll be good. I'm at 113. I'm like, I can't stop. I can't. Like it just you have this is a movie you watch in one sitting. And it may be a movie you watch one time. Like I don't know how it would feel on a rewatch, but I think you gotta experience the movie for a one-time experience. I feel like that's the type of movie that this is, and it lasts with you. It lingers with you afterwards. Like I don't feel like I need to watch this movie again to kind of understand it again from a different point of view. I think you kind of get it right away, and you're able to kind of. It's different from Begonia in that sense, where if you watch Begonia again, the whole movie changes. Right? And Lewis, you know what I'm talking about in that regard. Jess, you don't. Go watch Begonia, you understand. But the whole movie changes now in that regard. You know, you watch Train Dreams again, and you kind of know what's coming. So it kind of changes you a little bit. You know, Sinners, on a rewatch, it's kind of different. Because the plot kind of changes a little bit towards the end, so Sinners is a little bit different in that regard. I feel like with this, it's a one-time. You understand it, and it lingers with you. And it's such a beautiful story.
Yeah. Jess in the chat says Hamnet and Train Dreams are the same wavelength, but a lot more happened in Hamnet. Train Dreams was quieter, but still told a powerful story. Yeah, I didn't watch Hamnet yet, but I believe you. You know, I believe.
Well, I think to that regard, I agree with her. I think Train Dreams. What makes Train Dreams is that it is just a simple story. It's a common story. It's a common American tale, right? The common American tale from this 1800s, early 1900s, right? This is how a lot of stories happen for a lot of men going out west to chop trees. Hamnet's more of a story I feel like that connects with a lot of different people, so a lot more happens.
Mm-hmm.
Train Dreams is like this is what happened, back in those times.
Jess doesn't know which one was better between Hamnet and Train Dreams. Yo, honestly, yeah.
Hamnet.
Listen, I'm just gonna put it out there. If Hamnet, just based on what you guys are saying, and then I'll give my synopsis. I probably will like it. Maybe not to the same effect as you guys, but I will definitely enjoy it, just based on your opinion. Train Dreams and Sinners. If one of those three doesn't win, I think we're all crashing out on stream, respectfully. I'm going to keep it a stack. If one battle after another wins, outside of those three, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. Like it's just not. It just wasn't the best movie. It just wasn't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I because the Oscars are so political. They really are. At times they were a lot of their choices were based on actors who hadn't won yet, or directors who hadn't won yet, and they were giving them their time to shine. Right? So the Oscars are a very political-based show. I won't be surprised if One Bathroom Room maybe wins 1 or 2 awards. I won't be surprised if F1 wins 1 or 2 awards. I won't be surprised if, Marty Supreme wins an award or 2. But when it comes to Best Picture, it was not the Best Picture. It's as simple as that. Right? I think Sinners will probably win a lot. I think One Battle After Another will probably win a lot, even though it shouldn't. But I think when we get to Best Picture, that's when we're really going to decide whether or not they were right.
That's when I'm going to decide if the shirt comes off, if the headphones come off, if the mic goes. That's what I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna decide whether I'm crashing out or not. Okay, like it's just what it is. Like I don't know. Like
If Secret Agent wins any award, we're closing stream. We're closing stream. I don't care. I refuse to watch an Oscars that acknowledges Secret Agent as the best movie for anything.
All right, what about best
It was
like
fine.
Brazilian movie that was made in 2025?
There's probably a better one out there this year. We haven't found it. There's probably a better one out there. I promise you, there's probably a better one out there. Promise you. I haven't watched Sentimental Value yet, so maybe that will be like best international film. But Sentimental Value can beat out Secret Agent. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
Jess says she'll flip her shit if Secret Agent wins anything.
I think Jess, Sentimental Value or Secret Agent, because you watched both of them, and I haven't watched either one of them yet.
I have watched the
Oh, no, I
first
watched
30
it. I
minutes of
watched
Sentimental Value, and then I don't have an opinion on it really. Sentimental Value was a way better movie. Fair enough. Fair enough, Chad. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But Train Dreams, let me tell you, Chad.
Secret Agent.
Let me tell you, Chad. Train Dreams. Let me tell you. Have you ever heard of a guy fucking cutting down logs? You ever heard of that? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Great. It's a great story, guys.
You watch somebody cut. Great story.
Go back and finish it, Lewis. I should. I should finish the movie. But I'm gonna watch Hamnet first, cause I'm hearing a lot of mixed opinions about cinema value. I'm gonna just watch Hamnet. Can't have a real opinion until you finish it. I don't have a real opinion. I don't. My opinion, I just haven't. I see 30 minutes of it. Elle Fanning's in it. She's a good actress. She's good. She's good. Like her. She was good.
Don't know who she is.
She was in this show on Hulu called The Great, where it was basically a like dramedy show about Alexander the Great and his time as like king. Yeah. So.
You know what else too? Just real quick about Hamnet too. It's not a star-studded cast. Paul Mescal, he was in Gladiator 2, and that was it. Of real note. Jessica Buckley, I'd never seen her act before. I ever watched any of her movies or TV shows. Couldn't tell you what she was in.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be in more stuff. Put her in more stuff. Because she's great. She was in Chernobyl. I don't remember her in Chernobyl. I didn't watch Fargo. Put her in more stuff.
You
She's
know
great.
what?
Hire her.
You know what this Oscars could give? It could give. They cared about the actors and not about the script. Because the movies that are the best, Train Dreams and
No name
Hamnet,
actor.
who the fuck are
I
these
didn't
guys?
say no name.
Who are these guys? Like,
Yeah.
respectfully. Like, not even trying to bullshit. They're not household names. They're not. I'm just saying, chat. If the Oscars gives it to a fucking big name actor, I might crash out again. You know what? If they give it to Sinners, maybe a tiny crash out. Tiny crash out. I'm just saying. Sinners is good. But Train Dreams, have you heard about it?
I think the big interest is gonna be. I feel like best actress is this chick, hands down, Jessica Buckley. I haven't seen a better actress than her so far in any of these movies. Best male actor, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be.
Michael Jordan has been winning it basically in a lot of those award shows that have been going on recently. So I think he's.
I
probably
haven't
a
seen
runaway
Timmy.
favorite.
I haven't seen Timmy Chalamet and Marty Supreme, but you have a big four of Leo, which I don't think this is his best performance, but whatever. Brad Pitt, Timmy Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan, the guy from Train Dreams, and Paul Mescal, who played Shakespeare. That's a fucking tough list to pick from.
Honestly,
Because do you give Timmy his first Oscar because he kind of deserves it a little bit? You know what this is? You know what this is? You know what this is? This is like wrestling. do we put the young star over? Do we give him the big win? Do we give him his first title? Do we give him his first title? See how he does.
That's so fucking true.
Or do we give it to the guy who was like the Intercontinental champion or the U.S. champion? Give him a main title push.
It's like I swear if I see fucking triple fraud back there in the fucking Oscars picking room, I already know who's winning the award. It's Leo. I'm like, fuck. Shit. I gotta go with my trusty right-hand man, Leonardo DiCaprio. You know he's great. Oh, what about LA Knight? What about Trick Williams? What about these guys? What about Obafemi? Do you want to give him a good match? No. Let's put Cody Rhodes back in the main event picture with the Randy Orton. No. No. Leo was excellent in one battle after another. I thought he was good too. I thought it was pretty good.
There's one scene that I like. The one scene that I liked, I thought he was really good in. The rest he was just okay. Was the scene where he's in the car with that guy, and he's like, "She's my daughter." Like that was just that to me was his best moment in that whole movie. Outside of that,
kind of mid.
I've seen better.
Kind of mid.
I've seen better from him.
You know, maybe it might be a little biased because we're like, Leo's old. He may not got it anymore. And then he gives us a little bit more than mid. And you're like, he's back. You know what I mean? It might be one of those. Leo's wash. And then he does something slightly above average. You're like, this shit is the greatest thing ever I've ever seen.
You want to know who he is? I figured it out. You want to know who he is? He's Russell Wilson once a game.
Oh, fuck. God, fuck me.
He's Russell Wilson. Who would Brad Pitt be?
Holding on to that Super Bowl ring.
Brad Pitt's Aaron Rodgers. Brad Pitt's Aaron Rodgers. That's who Brad Pitt is.
You know, fan favorite. Won a lot of MVPs.
Won
not many.
Won a lot. Won one Oscar. Saying.
I've been watching it for years. He rarely isn't great. Fair enough.
Rodgers.
Leo's always good, but you know he's not in his prime anymore. Chat.
Seen better days.
Let me tell you, we see better days. Chat.
Seen better days.
He's better than Russell Wilson. We need to watch Leo movies. Yo, should we just go on a run of prime Leo movies? Prime, like I'm talking prime, like when this motherfucker was winning. I'm talking prime. Like what was his run? Like let's bring it down to like obviously he's been successful for like a very long time, but if we could hunker it down to like a 3 to 5 year run, could we? I don't know.
Titanic, he was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him Titanic. Wolf of Wall Street, I don't know if you guys saw that. He's great in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's never left his prime. Ooh, Jess is glazing right now. Holy shit, Chad.
She's glazing hard.
Holy shit, Chad. Never left.
The Great Gatsby, he was okay in. Romeo and Juliet, he was okay in. That's like his first movie. Catch Me If You Can, he was good. Shutter Island, I don't like Shutter Island. I just don't like that. Inception. The Departed was good.
Yo, first though, Jess is fucking cooking in chat. She's like, what movie was he bad in? You're going to make me fucking hop on stream and crash out. What? Tell me what fucking bad movie he was ever in. Tell me. I don't know. I don't be watching movies. Good in. So, this is all Daniel right now. Daniel, please.
Django Unchained, he was out of his fucking mind in that movie. He did not give a fuck. He was insane in that movie.
Leo was bugging.
The Aviator, I think, is boring. Gangs of New York, he was good in. The Man in the Iron Mask, he was decent in. What else did I watch? He was in. The Audition, I didn't watch. I didn't watch Robin Hood. Runner, I didn't watch. Richard Jewell, I didn't watch. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've seen from him. I would say his best: Titanic, Wolf of Wall Street, Catch Me If You Can, Django Unchained, and Gangs of New York.
He has so much range.
Iron Mask.
He has so much range. He's a marauder.
He's a marauder.
Leo's such a fucking marauder.
He's a savage.
We should do that one of these days. All right, we take one day, we pick the actor or actress, and we just fucking go through like 3 of their movies, and we just start fucking dying. We pick one movie that's obviously like critically acclaimed, like one of the best movies ever. Then we pick like a movie that's like less critically acclaimed, but it's still a good watch. And then we try to find their worst movie. Could be good. Speaking of a spectrum, Jess, that's a spectrum.
What's the spectrum?
Yes, my guy is all over the spectrum. Whew. Yo,
I guess
is
in
Leo
terms
on the
of-
list? Yo, chat, please. Leo might be on the list.
Well, he's got a certain list, so he's got a certain range.
The one where you're
you know.
you're young, but not old.
Yeah, he's got a very very specific range that he likes.
When your frontal lobe is developed, you cannot be on my team. If you're 25 and up, get the fuck off the line. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, man, that's good. Fuck, dude. No, he's not on the list. That's kind of crazy. Like, you wouldn't put him on the list just for name value alone? You know what I'm saying? Like,
just for name.
Some guys, you just need for name value. You know what I'm saying?
Right? You need some guys for the pop. You know what I mean? Like,
Right?
you get The Rock on the card. Just to be there for the you draw the attendance.
Yeah.
Some Stone Cold for bring some interest.
Yeah. That's like not saying Idris Elba's handsome. It's like, all right. Slow your roll there, Bucko. I think he needs to be on the list at that point. He's a legendary fighter. He may not be like one of those guys where you're like, oh god, I'm drooling over him. He's so handsome, but he's Leo. The aura itself brings him on the list. I love his career, but that's about it. Damn. He's saying he ugly as fuck. Yo, Leo, you ugly.
You ugly.
Ugly, bro. No, I don't want bench warmers.
Think about a bench
Yo,
warmer.
calling
though.
Leo a bench warmer in Big 2026? Fair. But in his prime. Prime Leo. I don't know, Jim. I think he might be... I don't know, Jim. I think he might be there, respectfully, Chad. I don't want bench warmers. He can be my drinking buddy. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is the mushroom guy. Who's Brad
Mushroom
Pitt
guy.
then? Who's Brad Pitt? Like, he's not ugly, just not my type. Fair enough. Which means he's ugly.
Yeah.
That's translation. You're ugly. Yeah. When I was a single man, I never looked at a woman and said, no, she's not my type.
Respectfully, yeah.
Respectfully. I never looked at a beautiful woman and said, no, she's not my type. She's never have.
Listen, Jessica Alba might not be my type, but still a beautiful woman.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Queen might not be my type. She's a beautiful woman.
How can she not be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can she not? It's
Emma
strange.
Stone may not be my type, but that's a beautiful woman.
And she's got to be on the list just for aura alone. Brad is my weed guy. He brings the weed. You know what Brad Pitt is? He's like he's like that wise guy at like the park or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk to him, you're getting like at least 3 stories out of him. You're getting like a lot of reminiscing on, past days and how things were better. Or he's like that guy in like the YMCA where he's always trying to mentor the young bucks in the room. You know what I'm saying? He has like a wicked post game, no jump shot, and he's strong as nails. You know what I mean? I'm not his type either, so the feeling's mutual. Word. Sorry, Jez. You just aged out. Compared to Fred Warner, stop. Not even in his prime. Damn. Leo not even in his prime? That's crazy work. I ain't gonna lie, Jess. You got some bold opinions, but I respect it. G's up. He has some very bold fucking opinions here about the hotness of men. Well, speaking of men, let's continue to talk about it. I put this on the agenda. We don't have to go into too great of detail, but let's just say NFL free agency is off to a little bit of a hot start, chat.
About it.
Some big
Talk about it.
trades, some guys just retiring, guys getting cut, released, and no official contracts have been made to free agents. Only guys who are willing to re-sign with their team. They have that ability to. They have that time to do so. And some big trades. Some guys who are just unhappy with the situation. Max Crosby. Some guys who are just very unhappy with the way things go, and quarterbacks getting
Max
cut.
Crosby.
Geno Smith, Kyler Murray, Tua. I'm sure there's more quarterbacks that I'm thinking about. Right? You have guys who are going to be free agents who are kind of intriguing a little bit. Chat. Max died and went to heaven. Yeah, he went to the Ravens. And the Ravens get two. Listen, the Raiders get 2 first-round picks for a guy who was disgruntled and didn't want to be there anyway.
You don't say no.
No.
I'm just saying their draft becomes a listen. They get Mendoza at 1 and a wide receiver at 14, and 2 first-round picks next year. Tom's cooking. Tom's cooking over there. He's got a plan.
This guy doesn't want to be here? 2 first-round picks? You don't say.
Sure.
Because if they don't pick players with those picks, they could always just trade those picks because it's just extra.
Right.
Now you could try to get a player for a first-round pick who's worth it and then sign him to a longer contract extension because you got the money now. You have freed up that contract for Max Crosby. You can sign a player who actually wants to be there. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a skill position. Maybe it's a corner. Right? Maybe it's another D lineman. Maybe it's a wide receiver. Right? Maybe it's one of these guys who or an offensive lineman. Right? Trade a first-round pick for a really talented offensive lineman who's in the prime of his career. Right? That could be something. Tom might be cooking. Might be cooking there a little bit.
He's moving.
Might be fucking moving and grooving. I know white people can't dance, but listen, this guy's fucking on the dance floor right now, cooking. This guy's cooking. And also, the LA Rams, they did a trade for one of the best top 10 cornerbacks in the league in Trent McDuffie, right? Like, these are big fucking moves. Like, Sean McVay, once again, and I'm going to say this on the show, but I'll say it here for just for saying, getting it out the way, but for the show, for the short. Sean McVay showing off why he has a master's from Fuck Them Picks University. Okay, because he doesn't give a fuck about them picks, and he's been one of the most winningest head coach in all of the NFL. Right? I'm pretty sure he's like top 2, top 3, and he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's one of the best coaches, and he knows what he's doing. And clearly, the front office is very much trusted by the owner because they're trusting that vision of Sean McVay. Right? You get Trent McDuffie in here. That's a big ad because not only is he a slot corner, but he can play on the outside too. And we've seen what he's done with the Chiefs. Really good player. Now the Chiefs giving him up, you get number 29 back. You get a couple picks, right? It's something. Not enough. I think Trent McDuffie is a great fucking player. I think, if I was, management, I would have tried to keep him. You try to keep your best players as fucking much as you possibly can. And Trent McDuffie's at that age where he's still getting into his prime. He's not even there yet, and he's your best corner on the team. I think, there was a short that went around talking about the contracts that they gave to other players who just aren't really panning out that well. And instead, you didn't decide to give Trent McDuffie that contract. So now you're just paying the price. So the Chiefs, in my opinion, I think got worse on defense, respectfully.
That you have I think the Chiefs are just gonna have a bad year next year. You're missing Mahomes. They're aware of it. You're missing Mahomes for most of the year. You don't really have an answer at quarterback. Travis Kelce has 1.5 feet out the door. If he decides to come back, Rashid Rice still a problem child. Xavier Worthy not looking that great. That O-line's getting older. That defense is getting older. Andy Reid and the coaching staff is getting older. I'm not saying the time is up, but it seems like they're aware of their destiny and how the Raiders are starting to build a pretty good team right now. How Denver has an elite defense and they can't beat them. How the Chargers are starting to build a little bit here too. It's not looking great right now in that division for the Chiefs. So it may be a situation where if you could take a year to kind of recruit, regroup, and retool, you do it. Because those years are rare in the NFL. Not a rebuilding year, but a retooling year, those are rare. And if they can find a way to do that, I think they should do that.
Yeah. And I'm going to put this in terms the way that Andy Reid, just in case he's watching the stream, can understand it. The burger's getting cold, Andy. It's getting cold. The window is not closing, but the burger is getting cold. Okay? And you don't want to eat that burger. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to eat a cold burger. Cold burgers are, if you're fucking desperate. But you're the Chiefs. You can't be desperate. You've won so much. How could we be desperate? The burger's getting cold, Andy. And, it's going to be interesting to see how much Patrick Mahomes plays. Is he going to come back early from his Achilles? Mm-hmm. How is he even going to look? Right? Because he does a lot of moving in the pocket, a lot of exploding with his legs and using that power to drive through tacklers. It's going to be interesting to see how he comes back from that. And it's not his Achilles, it's ACL. I'm bugging.
I think it is Achilles.
Is it Achilles? Check that. I thought it was Achilles, but I don't know if it's ACL. Am I bugging?
I feel like he hurt his Achilles already, didn't he?
Did he?
Torn ACL and LCL.
Okay, ACL. Okay. But still, that's a big injury. You know what I mean? That's a knee injury. So you want to take those very seriously. You don't want to rush him back because you care about his long-term health and long-term playing potential with the franchise. So you don't want to fuck that up. So maybe this might be a year where you just kind of shut his ass down. Take this one on the chin, right? Rebuild. Try to find guys who work, young guys who could play, and see what you got. You know what I mean? Because Rashee Rice, he's talented as fuck, but he's also talented in court. That's not the fucking best combination to have when you are a actual really good athlete. Not a great combination. Travis Kelce's old as fucking dirt. Xavier Worthy's not there yet as a full scope wide receiver. The defense is older. Chris Jones ain't getting any younger. You just traded away one of your best CBs for a first-round pick, number 29, who may be a young guy who may work out, or he may not. He might not. Right? You got 5th and 6th round picks. None of those guys are going to be better than Trent McDuffie right now. None of those guys are going to help you win right now. Maybe 3-4 years down the line, but none of these guys are going to help you win right now. So this might be the year where Andy Reid's just fucking gonna get out the kitchen and fucking stop cooking burgers. Might just get out the kitchen.
Might have to buy more meat, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
buy more meat.
We gotta go hunting. We gotta see. We don't have no more meat in the freezer. You know what I mean? We gotta fucking go. We gotta get them back. Fucking Andy Reid, yeah.
Fucking Andy Reid.
Oh,
what a guy.
Man. What a fucking
What a guy.
This free agency is interesting, dude. It's very interesting so far. I really want to see, obviously free agency opens on Monday, so we're going to really be in the heap of things, right? The Giants restructured, a couple contracts here, re-signed Gunnar Olszewski, one of the GOATs, Giants legend, Gunnar Olszewski. Jets put a franchise tag on Breece Hall, right? These are all fun and dandy moves just to keep the guys in the locker room. But now we're going to really see what our management's
How some teams are going to look.
And also, I've heard a rumor about a potential quarterback signing in New York and not to the Giants. Former Eagles quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Colts quarterback?
Now, I wonder how Jess feels about this name. I think she'll have a very passionate opinion about this name.
Carson Wentz.
Jess, how do you feel about Carson Wentz being the Jets quarterback next year? Notable Frank Wright guy.
You know, it's
Frank Wright loves Carson Wentz. Notable relationship with. Oh, I'm sorry. Relationship between Carson Wentz and Frank Reich.
You know, I thought it was bad with Tua. I thought it was bad talking about Kyler Murray. Who else is our quarterback that we talked about? I thought it was
Kirk Cousins.
I thought it was worse when Kirk Cousins was mentioned. Right. We're talking about Carson Wentz in Big 2026. If that happens, Frank Reich needs to be fired immediately. Who is allowing this? GM, fire him. Coach, get out of it. Get out of here. Owner, sell the team. Everyone.
Listen, Aaron Glenn, who's falling asleep at the combine. Not through a great start to the offseason, but okay. He's turned over all responsibility to the offense to Frank Reich. Okay. As a head coach should, right? You don't know defense? Fine. I mean, you don't know offense? Give it to Frank Reich. Fine. The minute you hear Carson Wentz's name come out of his mouth, you take the play sheet away from him. It's like a kid in timeout. You go, no. Try again. No. Wrong name. Go sit in the corner 5 minutes. Go think what you just said, and then you give him the play sheet back.
Carson fucking Wentz, dude. What the fuck?
Listen, I don't even get it. I don't even get it. Well, it's relationships, so we get it, but it's also the Jets, so we get it. That out of all the quarterbacks on the market right now, that be the Jet move. 100%. That be the move the Jets would make. Kyler Murray, nah. Tua, nah. Kirk Cousins, nah. Carson Wentz, that's the guy.
Even Geno Smith.
Russell Wilson, Malik Willis, Tyrod Taylor, Brady Cook, Justin Fields. Arguably, guys better than Carson Wentz.
You know what else? Phillip Rivers.
Mitch Trubisky.
This is not fucking serious.
Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph. All quarterbacks better than Carson. And somehow, you know what? It wasn't. I know what it is. I figured it out, Lewis. They spun a wheel. The only way it makes sense. It's the only way they spun a wheel. It's the only way it makes sense. Because how does Carson Wentz's name come out of the woodworks like that? How? How does that happen? I mean, on a random Thursday, how does Carson Wentz's name come out of the woodworks as a potential Jet quarterback?
Like, if we're talking about just quarterbacks to have, you want Kyler Murray over everyone because he is the most talented. That doesn't mean he's going to work out. But in terms of, like, potential, still talent, he's done so much more than a lot of these guys who are at that age where, like, they're not. Like if Aaron Glenn wants to keep his job, you sign Kyler Murray. You try to sign Malik Willis. You try to sign these guys who Kyler Murray has shown flashes in the NFL. He's shown that he is a decent enough quarterback to try to lead your team to a promised land. We saw him lead the Cardinals to a 7-0 record with Cliff Kingsbury as their head coach. Holy shit, catastrophe. But he did it, right? He's shown talent in the NFL. You give him a wide receiver, you give him DeAndre Hopkins, right? Shit's kind of cool, right? Give him Trey McBride.
You think with now with an O-line, maybe Kyler Murray will be a bit more different? Maybe.
But maybe not.
Maybe not, because maybe we're just the Jets. And what makes sense isn't what we do. We don't make sense. We don't.
You know what? Trade a pick for Mac Jones. Call up San Fran every day. Hit him up like, hey, bestie. How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey. So Mac Jones, right? Yeah. Right. He's available?
Fourth round pick? No, you want a 2? I'll call you tomorrow and we'll talk about it.
Honestly, if they ask for a 2, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't.
I'm just
Not for Mac
saying,
Jones.
what quarterback are you getting right now that is better than Mac Jones in the second round? None. Mac Jones still has potential to grow too. That's the thing. He's still young enough.
I give you a 3.
And Kyle's like, bullshit. I want a fucking 2 right now.
I give you a 3.
Aaron Glenn, you
We're
want to keep
desperate.
Aaron Glenn? You want to keep your job?
I give you a 3.
All right. Well, you could go kiss my ass 3 times. How about that?
Call you tomorrow, buddy.
I'll circle back in. I'll circle back in a couple hours. See where your head's at.
Do your heads. You're going through it right now. You're going through it right now.
Yeah.
I get you. I got you.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see because these are big fucking decisions. For our teams to see where they're gonna go, the direction that they're tanking. You know, if they sign
Jets.
Carson Wentz, the Jets will be fucking tanking. There's no way they're winning games. So it's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be interesting. But tomorrow, Daniel, I don't know if you're hopping on Stream Me or not, but it's UFC 326, baby. Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira,
Charles Oliveira.
2 for the second time. Last time they fought was like
Listen.
10, 11 years ago.
All I'm gonna say, and Jess is gonna hate this. If Jess hasn't turned off already because we're talking about UFC, which she might have. These are 2 Pookie Bears fighting. You know what I mean? Like this is a collective UFC community. This is the 2 Pookie Bears fighting. So just don't hurt each other.
Mm-hmm.
Throw down. Just like nobody tear anything. Nobody
Mhm.
break anything. You know. No, nobody break a jaw. Just stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's all we're asking for. Just don't kill the other person. You can win. Just like don't die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, please, please.
Don't hurt the Max. Don't. Charles, don't stand and bang with him. I know he's pointing to the middle. Don't go to the middle.
Don't go
Don't
to
go
the
to the
middle. Oh no! Don't give up your neck, Max. Don't give up. Oh, he gave up his fucking back. Oh no! He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Oh God.
I'm so fucking pumped. That's a really big fight, really big main event. The card's not too bad either. The card's pretty decent. They got some decent fights on there. I got my picks ready. I think I'm gonna have a good night of predictions. I think.
We'll see how it goes. Because when you think you do good, that's when you do shit.
Yeah, you know. I picked a couple underdogs as well. You know, pick Rob Font. You know, he's Puerto Rican.
And we're
so,
picking
you know,
them for money.
You know, I picked a couple unks on this card. I'm just gonna put that out there. Picked a couple unks.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The young card.
for the unks, you know, they might do me some good or they might look like shit, and then I'll regret why the fuck did I even think about picking you ever, you fucking scumbag. So it should be interesting. Should be a real fun card. I'm gonna be there 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, reacting live to all of the fights, and I won't be going to bed until probably like 12, probably 1.
Hell yeah.
So that's good. Get 4 hours of sleep after that. Gotta wake up and pull a 12-hour shift, baby.
Hell yeah. Couldn't have picked a worse day to have this car.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for
but
me.
but
I'm
yeah,
pretty good. You got anything else to say, D?
You know, I should be there. I'll be at the NYCFC home opener tomorrow,
Hey!
which is at 2:30. The game starts, so I should be back.
Maybe like 6-ish, 6, 7.
6, 7, 8. Maybe get on by 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe 9 at that point. Wait to 10. You know, maybe we get to 11. Maybe 11:30. I don't know. We'll see.
And then just get on for
No,
the get on for the main event.
yeah, it's gonna make hard. But no, if I'm gonna give you like a pencil in time, because baseball term, cause it's baseball season, penciling in a time, I would say like 8:30.
That's fair. That's
Yeah, and just one thing before we go. I don't know if you saw what the White House posted on their X account.
fine.
I'm gonna share with you what I think is my favorite screenshot from that, because
What the fuck did they post? I already know some bullshit. I already know.
like, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, why would they?
I already know some bullshit. I already know. I already know some bullshit. I already know some bullshit. Once I hear White House in screenshot, I already know some bullshit. Let me see this. Excuse me.
Just
Justice the American way. Is that they got Yugi?
Yuki.
Right. We're not serious as a country anymore. We're third world.
Just there's a photo of fucking Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I'm crashing out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're getting out of here. Excuse me.
The whole videos they have a fucking screenshot. I think it's Beerus from Dragon Ball Z, just staring at the camera.
Yeah, it's gonna do it for us, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I'll be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, for the live UFC 326 reaction, and then videos will be coming out after that. And then Sunday, me, Jess, and Daniel will be on live. We'll be talking about all things sports in the world, and
Yes.
yeah.
After it was this 12-hour shift.
After my 12-hour shift, Godspeed. No naps.
No naps.
To be honest, yeah. Somebody's gonna have to drive this fucking bus, cause I'm gonna be tired. But I'll see how I feel. Maybe I get like a jolt of it. I might need an espresso. I might need coffee.
You might need coffee. Hey, have an energy drink.
I have a Celsius.
Just pop a Celsius right before stream, and you'll be good.
Yeah. Should be good. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Daniel, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for having very fucking strong opinion about Hamlet. Now I can't wait for us to crash out March 15th.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care, everyone. Good night.
This may be the only time we do this. This may be the only time we do an Oscar live stream. Because if they don't win, hey, we might not do this ever again.
Hell no. Fuck it. I'm boycotting. All the time. Every single time I'm boycotting. I'm never watching that shit again. Never taking it seriously. That's just crazy.
Anyway.
Take care, guys. Peace out.
Take care.